back again with another quick one today. I've just come down to my local spot. I wanted to replenish my fire kit, and I've turned up, and obviously the local bags have been down here and just wreaking havoc. Silver birch just been chopped down left, right and centre, absolute destruction. And they've even left their saw behind, so I'm obviously going to take it with me. I'm not going to leave it here for them to come back to. Just don't get it, really don't get it. Why? Anyway, I'm not going to stand here and rant for hours on end. Like I say, I've come down here literally just to go to one of the spots where I collect my pine resin from. I'm obviously going to make use of the birch bark that's on the trees that have been cut down. Yeah, and then I'm going to head up to another little spot and cook myself a steak. So let's get going. But yeah, that's where I come to collect my pine resin. Absolute abundance of it. I'm just using an old air rifle pellet tin just to keep it in. I'll gather some of this up, like I say, and then I'm going to head back out the way I came in, gather some birch bark and go to another spot close by. So there you see 5-10 minutes, a few different trees. I've collected myself a good sized tin, good sized tin full of pine resin there, which is brilliant for keeping in your fire kit, starting fires, especially on days like today when it's really quite wet. We had a good storm last night, and we've had some really heavy rain showers already this morning. I think there's another one pushing in now, starting to drop a little bit. But that's good pine resin sorted. I'll head back out, grab some birch bark, and then go get a cook on. As I was on the way back out of that last bit of woodland, I'd grabbed just a log that was laying on the floor and just brought it with me just to save a little bit of time. Not that it's really saved any time because I've still got to process it here, but I'm just going to cut myself a little piece off just to take a spark. Rough it and fluff it up a little bit with the edge of my knife just so it'll grab a spark. I mean, there's plenty in there, so it shouldn't be an issue realistically. Got my slate sat in behind the fire this time. Made just a little bit of a windbreak at the back here. It's carrying the smoke away, but you can see it's not affecting my flame too much. But yeah, I put the slate in the back, let that warm up. It's a piece of the one that I broke when I was at home. But like I say, I've only got a steak to cook, so it should do the job nicely. make a wally, I wouldn't have left my bloody plate at home. So I'm going to have to use the plastic tray that the steak came on. And some mushrooms as well. So I'm going to do the potatoes straight on the slate, because they're going to take the longest. I'm not going to lie, something about cooking on a slate just makes your food taste so much better. And I know that's true because after I'd done the full English breakfast, the following day my missus cooked me a breakfast, and I gotta be honest, it weren't nowhere near as good. Not saying it was a bad breakfast, just saying it weren't as good as the one cooked on the slate. And my cameraman agreed with that as well, because his missus cooked him a breakfast and it weren't as good as the one I made on the slate. Storm's starting to blow in, it's getting really windy. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. A little bit of white pepper. I'm going to season the steak as well whilst I'm waiting. Salt, white pepper. Plenty of white pepper because I quite like it. Little Play-Doh pots that I keep my spices in, salts, peppers. Another one's just a little screw top, little pot. Quite handy just for keeping in your bag. Ooh. Flame licked up out the back of there, it's quite hot. And then it does the same at the front. That to get me. That's the mushroom there, never mind. I think I underestimated the amount of space I was going to want. It's all well and good cooking on it, but now it's starting to get cooked. I wanted to move it off to the cooler part of the slate like I did with the breakfast. Pretty much the whole thing's hot in it, so well, work with what you got. Struggling with a knife, I realised I had my spoon in my bag. Wind is really picking up. I do apologise again for the wind noise, like I say, but the storm's well and truly on its way in. I put it seasoned side up. Fail. Oh well, I'm sure it'll still taste good. Never mind, not a gourmet chef. No comments about my forehead looking like Gordon Ramsay's. I'm hoping I'm not overcooked my steak. The battery just died in the camera, so I had to switch it over. And also put the rest of my mushrooms on. Probably won't be as cooked as the rest, but I actually don't mind. Just get them a little bit warm. I don't think you can actually undercook a mushroom, can you? Start thinking about getting this off the heat, because that side's only going to want just a few seconds just to brown. Like I say, I had, I think, far too long on the other side. But battery troubles, tech issues. Wouldn't mind having that served up in a restaurant, would you? Still sizzling at the table when it gets there. I'll disperse my fire a little bit. so that burned down a little bit quicker. Finished with that now. Let's break that up a bit. Whew. I think I need to get this off the slate because it's going to overcook us. It's going to keep cooking. Alright, if that wind keeps blowing, I might be alright. I might cool it down. The sizzle's starting to stop, so I don't like it overcooked. I don't like it still mooing on the plate, but pink in the middle. Same as I like my ladies. Some blood juices in it. Made myself a little sit mat, kneeling mat, whatever you want. Use it as a pillow if you rolled it up a little bit. It's just an old thin foam yoga mat. And I just cut a section off. It was my original roll mat that I used, and then I upgraded to a better one. But yeah, should do the job nicely. Well, I suspected it is slightly overcooked. I'm just rocking on this little table that I've made. A little bit overdone, still slightly pink, a little bit more than I'd like, but thing is, people that know me know that I'm not a real big steak eater. I much prefer pork over beef, but that cooked on a slate, it really is good. And I'm not just saying it because I've cooked it, and I'm not just saying it for the camera. It really is. Oh yeah. Some of my slightly undercooked mushrooms. Crispy potatoes. They're not actually crispy. I think I put too much oil on them at the end there and saturated them a bit, but tasty. It's certainly going to fill a hole. Oh, that was good. Really, really good. Right. That was brilliant. Really was quite tasty. I'm going to get everything packed away. Clear my fire pit away as always. Douse it with a bottle of water that I literally bought with me just for the fire, because I actually brought myself a can of Coke as a treat. Right. I'm going to use a handful of damp leaves just to wipe the excess oil off my slate there. Have a bit of a clean, just make it a bit nicer to carry out. Just a little sponge. See, easily quite handy. If you ever try cooking on slate, be careful because the edges can be quite sharp. Wasn't the video I'd intended to put out this week. I'd intended to put out a kayak trip, but didn't go as planned. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. Okay, so my little area's all squared away and tidy. I'm gonna head out. I really enjoyed that. Hope you did too. As always, massive thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.